Tonight, the ballpark just south of Market welcomes a team from north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays boast one of the most powerful lineups in the majors and rely on the long ball to score their runs. And the Giants will need to heat up their bats in order to bounce back from a rough weekend. Giants, Blue Jays, next.
Monday Night Baseball here at AT&T Park, and tonight it's the Blue Jays and Giants in Game 1 of the series on CSN Bay Area, presented by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Giants a little disappointed that they had a split with the Colorado Rockies, but the offense is struggling right now, so they're going to expect a good start from Jake Peavy and then get the offense going.
Well, and I think Jake Peavy feels like it's time. I mean, he expects a good start from Jake Peavy, and that's the most important thing tonight. He's been slumping horribly, and he needs to be more aggressive with all of his pitches, and he needs to hit better locations. That'll be his key. Interesting is that the Blue Jays have not really found themselves with their bats yet. Their rhythm is off offensively. So this is two teams struggling with the wood right now, and we'll see how well it goes. But whoever plays the cleanest D is going to have the advantage.
Yep. All right, should be fun here at AT&T Park. Well, yesterday the Giants had a pitcher that made his major league debut. That's right, his first big league ball game. Amy G with more on that right after this.
on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo, only at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota. It's Toyota time for big savings on legendary Toyota quality. Take a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places.
Your San Francisco Giants split a 4-game series with the Rockies, and now they turn their sights to interleague play as they begin a 3-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays here this evening. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and it's safe to say the Giants offense is struggling right now. They were shut out for just the second time this season in yesterday's game. They were 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position in their last 2 games. That's the bad news. So while they are looking for that money hit, we're going to show you the silver lining from yesterday's game, and it came in the version of Albert Suarez making his major league debut. It's our Togo's big play, the Togo's way. Suarez got into trouble early, allowing a leadoff single, but then bounced back, inducing a 3-6-1 double play, and then he got the review call on a ground out to third. His wife and 2 children were here to witness his major league debut, and he told me earlier today that it's the moment you always dream about, but when it becomes reality, it's even better. Congratulations to Albert Suarez. All right, Jake Peavy will be on the hill for your San Francisco Giants this evening. He's going to go up against Aaron Sanchez from the Blue Jays. Stay with us. We have a lot more coming from AT&T Park after these messages.
Game 1 of this interleague Blue Jays Giants series.
All right, time now for our T-Mobile Baseball. Greater coverage of baseball is brought to you by T-Mobile. We go back to 2015 ALDS Game 5. Rangers taking on the Jays. That's when Jose Bautista hit a 3-run homer off Sam Dyson in the bottom of the 7th to give the Blue Jays a lead. The emphatic bat flip and celebration caused both benches to clear. The Blue Jays started the inning trailing by a run, but 3 errors by the Rangers and a fielder's choice ground out tied the game before Bautista hit his home run. The Blue Jays would win it and advance to the ALCS, and that's where they lost to the Royals in 6 games.
Joey Bats, let it fly. Hopefully we won't see that tonight. When we come back, we will have the lineups and the first pitch of this game. Hey, get that off my nose right after this. We get ready for interleague action, and the first game of the series, very important. You go over the ground rules, and this park is a little tricky. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. 57 degrees here at the yard. You get winds are a bit brisk. The humidity is fairly high, and it is partly cloudy. All right, let's take a look at the Blue Jays lineup. It'll go like this. Kevin Pillar is going to lead things off, followed by the former A, Josh Donaldson. And watch out for him. He's got lots of power and the MVP last year. It'll be Bautista Encarnacion and then Michael Saunders. An old favorite of all of our fans here at AT&T Park, Troy Tulowitzki. He will hit sixth. Then it's Russell Martin, and then Ryan Goings, and then Aaron Sanchez, who's pitching very well. So Peavy's going to make his seventh start. By the way, the Giants are 2-2 on this homestand. They're 10-8 at home, and they're one game over 500. The exact same margin of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Blue Jays are 16-17, and the Dodgers just beat them twice at home. They're 7-7 on the road, and as I just mentioned, the Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from them in their only 3 games against the National League. They are a powerful bunch, and if you talk to the people following the Blue Jays, they're just not hitting real well right now, but their starting pitching has been very, very good. So,
all right, time now for our Nissan keys of the game. Number one, Giants have to get that offense going. The last 2 days, they have scored 2 runs in 22 innings. They need to improve. And Jake Peavy, they need to get 6 solid innings out of him. In his last 2 starts, he's given up 13 runs. And the good news, however, Peavy at home this year is 1-0 with a 5.29 ERA. He's 0-3 with a 14.25 ERA on the road. So a bigger ballpark, and for Peavy, a really nice strike zone to work with tonight. So those are our Nissan keys to the game. Get the offense going and get 6 strong out of Peavy. And this is a very big start for Jake Peavy. He's getting a Toronto offense that has been sputtering. In fact, the offense of the Toronto Blue Jays are doing something this year that they didn't do last year. They're striking out. There's only one team in the American League that strikes out more than they strike out, and that is the Houston Astros. And as it is, they're averaging 10 strikeouts a game.
Yeah, and there's usually 1 or 2 guys that have a lot of ownage on somebody that's pitched a long time, like Peavy has, and there really isn't any in this Blue Jays lineup. Tulowitzki's 7 for 22, but other than that, the numbers from Bautista and Encarnacion, 5 for 23. So you're right, a big start for this man.
Take a look at the numbers in 6 starts, 1-3 with a 9.00 ERA. 25 strikeouts still, though, in 29 innings. I mean, that's the good news. The bad news is 47 hits in the 29 innings. Peavy, in his interleague history, though, has been fantastic. 23-13 against the interleague opponents with an ERA of 2.97. Lifetime against these Blue Jays, 3-2 with a 3.64 ERA. You're going to see a high 80s sinking fastball. He'll also cut. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. Peavy 6'1", 180 pounder. He's 34 years old. He's in his 14th year at the big league level. And let's take a look at the defense playing behind Peavy tonight, starting in the Giants outfield from left to right. It'll be Blanco, Span, and Pence. That's your outfield. Crawford and Duffy will patrol the left side of the infield. Panic and Bell will be on the right side. Buster Posey getting a night off, and Trevor Brown, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So Jake Peavy trying to shut down this very powerful offense, but helpful to play some good defense, and that's what the Giants are going to hope to do here on this Monday night. Blue Jays got in to San Francisco last night around 10:30 from Toronto. So good night's rest, a good lunch in the city, and here we are waiting for the first pitch of the ball game. As Peavy looks into Trevor Brown, And we are underway here at AT&T Park, as that's a pitch down low. So we started at 7:17. A little unusual that we would start late. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kevin Pillar has been hot.
Pillar waiting, and the 1-1 delivery. Here it is. Swinging a high fly ball to right. Pence coming in, still coming in, still coming in, and he makes the catch.
Well, if you're catching Jake Peavy, you got to help him out. He doesn't have great vision, so you'll put chalk on the back of your fingers and you'll put the game signs on your fingernails. And then you have to sit wide too, because he really struggles, especially at nighttime. So you get the skeleton fingers out there.
Here's Donaldson. Hey, it's what you have to do if you're catching a guy that can't see.
And Peavy, you know, he's apologetic about it. Hey, I can't see. You got to help me out here.
Donaldson hitting .268. You saw the healthy rip. And here he takes a fastball in. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 for 3 lifetime against Peavy. See the 9 home runs. Very aggressive. With Jose Bautista to follow. Good pitch. 1-2.
That's a good curveball. That's a good sign for Peavy. When he's had good outings this year, he's had a curveball. And you can look at the break on this, snapping right down. He's a curveball slider guy. I mean, that almost looked like slider rotation the way it was thrown, but that is his curveball.
So Brown trying to come up with something for Peavy. And the right-hander's ready. And he brushes them back. 2-2. It's Adam Hamari behind home plate. Then it's Hallion, Randazzo, and Bellino, Dan Bellino at third.
Hamari, a good pitcher's zone. He's a low ball umpire, but he'll call high strikes. It's just a big zone.
Trying to get Donaldson to fish. It's 3-2.
Mario also give you a little more width off the corner against lefties than he will with righties, but it's a great zone to pitch to.
That foul as Donaldson gets a piece to stay alive.
I saw Josh Donaldson put on the Toronto Blue Jay uniform last year. It looked funny to me, because you're so used to seeing him when he came up with the A's wear the Oakland uniform. But now I'm starting to get used to it.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's what happens when you're an MVP.
And the walk. So Donaldson takes the walk, and here's Bautista. Yeah, there's some Blue Jays fans here. Bautista is hitting at .211. He's 5 for 23 against Jake Peavy in his career. And a high strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, given the success that Toronto had last year, I mean, there's a lot of Blue Jay fans that have rekindled their affection for this club, and they're all over North America.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Bautista has been cold, 3 for his last 30.
Encarnacion on deck. Foul pitch in on his hands. It's 1-2.
Bautista, plenty of power, 292 lifetime homers. And he just has found a great home in Toronto. Great hitter's park. He loves it there.
And a base hit into center field. So a walk and a base hit, and here's Encarnacion. Remember going into Pittsburgh, Mike, I don't know when it was, but Batista was on that Pirates team and wasn't even playing.
Yeah, he was pretty much an outhouse or castle kind of guy. When he made contact, he could hurt you, but he didn't make a lot of contact. He struck out a lot. Made some changes. Became one of the premier power guys in all of baseball.
Encarnacion hitting at .246 with 5 home runs, 24 driven in, and there's a breaking ball down low. 1 ball and no strikes. On deck is Michael Saunders. Two balls and no strikes. So Encarnacion now in the driver's seat. More Blue Jays fans. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Hey, K&K, Gamer Babes from Monterey. Well, welcome. That's plenty of good attitude right there.
Two balls and 1 strike. And this squirts away from Brown, and now a free 90 feet.
Well, with Peavy, who has good sink on the fastball and can get a ground ball, that's a big 90 feet because you lose the force. But it almost Encarnacion, I mean, he may not see another strike. They got a place to put him. Breaking ball. And really, Brown does not get a body in front of this thing. He tries to sort of glove catch it, and that's where the mistake was made.
And that's ball 4. So here's Saunders. Saunders at .289 with 4 home runs, 9 driven in. Peavy now looking for the double play ball. It's Donaldson, Batista, and Encarnacion. 2 walks, and in the middle of the 2 walks, a base hit. And a belt tie strike, and it's 0-1.
I think Saunders was too enthusiastic about the belt high call, but you'll see the high strikes from Hamara, but you can't label him a high ball umpire because you're going to see some low strikes too.
Saunders is going to step out. Pitch number 21 here in the first inning for Peavy. Inside with a fastball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Troy Tulowitzki is on deck. On the ground and a base hit. 1 run's going to score, and now Batista holds up. The third base coach, Luis Rivera, was waving him in, but Batista stopped on his own. So early damage here in the first, and here's Tulowitzki.
Well, and he's been stone cold, but you just don't trust it given his history here in this ballpark. Tulowitzki on a 4 for 40 right now, but he's always liked to hit in this ballpark.
And a breaking ball and a called strike.
Hard to believe hitting 162.
Yeah, I don't trust that at all.
No.
And a quick 0-2. Peavy's faced Tulowitzki 22 times. Tulo's got him for 7 hits.
Yeah, those are the type of numbers you're used to seeing with Tulowitzki. He loves the bases loaded, 376 a lifetime.
Got him.
Backdoor 2-seam fastball at 90 miles per hour. And no argument from Tulowitzki. They set a wide target, and this comes right across the outside corner. Adam Amari says, grab some pie and meat.
So Peavy trying to limit the damage. Here's Russell Martin.
And he's hitting a .171. You're just not used to these guys with those type of numbers.
Out of play, high and fouled on the right field line. No balls and 1 strike.
Especially if you're a Giants fan. I mean, you remember Russell Martin coming up with the Dodgers, always a tough out. Went to Pittsburgh, always a tough out. For him to be hitting on the interstate as you're getting into the second month of the season, it just doesn't equate.
No balls and 1 strike to Russell Martin. And that fastball is high. Batista at third, Encarnacion at second, Saunders at first. 1 run in. Up the middle. Crawford's got it. His throw on the run, and they got him at a nice play to end the inning. Peavy's thanking Crawford as we speak. Giants are coming up. Let's take a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup. It'll be Span, Panic, Duffy, and then Brandon Belt. And Brandon Belt's hot right now, followed by Pence, Crawford, and Blanco. Trevor Brown, he's going to hit 8th, and Peavy will hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Toronto Blue Jays will be the young right-hander Aaron Sanchez. He's 23 years old from Barstow, California. And this is what he has done in 6 starts, 2-1 with a 2.82 ERA. 34 strikeouts at 38 1/3, but this guy's got a power sinker. You're going to see a lot of ground balls. He ranks 4th in percentage of ground balls in all of baseball. And you're going to see a mid to high 90s fastball with big time sink. He also has a curveball and a changeup. I mean, he's almost right over the top with his delivery. Let's take a look at the defense for the Toronto Blue Jays playing behind Sanchez. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Saunders, Pilar, and Bautista. You got a real good arm with Saunders on left field. Tulowitzki and Donaldson on the left side of the infield. Goins and Encarnacion on the right side. And Russell Martin, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Span hitting .258. And he takes high a ball and no strikes. A home run, 15 driven in. Off the line at third is Donaldson. And a strike as he pounds it inside corner, and it's a ball and a strike. Span takes low. Span had the day off. Yesterday it was Gregor Blanco who played center field. Five hits in the series against the Rockies, as this is bounced over the mound, but Tulowitzki's got it. His throw is in time.
We'll see a lot of ground balls tonight.
So here's Panik. Panik at .257, and he takes a pitch down low.
Not by much. Sanchez, big guy, 6'4", 220. Former first-round pick back in 2010. Signed out of high school.
Duffy. And then Belt, and then Pence. Three 3-0. I mean, that was an easy 96, and he's a sinker baller.
I mean, he's got all the things you love to see, because the sinker ballers get a lot of easy innings.
And the walk. I think he wanted that one.
Russell Martin did. He lobbied hard with Adam Hamari.
So here's Duffy. Duffy at .262. Couple of home runs for Matt Duffy. And a called strike, so right back into the strike zone.
You know, one of the unusual statistics about Aaron Sanchez, he got called up last year, and he was in 41 games, made 11 starts, pitched 92 innings. And he's got 30-plus innings this year. He has never given up a home run to a right-handed hitter in the big leagues.
Oh, I was ready to call it right there. I had it right at the tip of my tongue.
You were itching.
I had it on the trigger.
He gives up a home run. It's usually, I mean, it's always to a left-hander, not to a right-hander yet, which makes him do it.
Got him.
That's reach back at 97, and he'll do that in 2 strike counts. He'll cruise at 94, and all of a sudden, reach back and zip you with 97 sink. That's big league fastball, folks. See the 2-seam grip? To be able to put 97 miles per hour on a 2-seam on a 2-seam grip, that's remarkable.
Here's Belt. Belt at .327. And he'll take high. Overshift is on, and shallow right field is Goins. Donaldson, the lone defender on the left side. fouled off the backstop. A ball and a strike.
Now, right now, Russell Martin's is putting down number one. Bring the fastball. Sanchez has a curveball, a good one, and a changeup, and he hasn't thrown him yet. Hello, kitty. As John Miller would say.
Hello, kitty.
But he could actually sound like John Wayne.
1 ball and 1 strike. Panic with his lead. And that one is high and away. And Russell Martin showing you how tough it is maybe to catch this guy. And if they're tough to catch, they're tough to hit.
Well, and the high velocity sink will eat up a catcher's hand, and that hurt him. That caught him in a bad spot.
Not close. 3-1. A ground ball out, a walk, and Duffy struck out looking. Pence is on deck. And Belt shows bunt, and it's ball 4. So here's Hunter Pence.
17 straight game reaching the base on balls. Base on balls or a hit by pitch. So it's a nice streak he's got going.
Pence at 302, 5 home runs, 24 runs batted in. He leads the Giants in that department. And he pops this one up. Who's it going to be? Side retired. Goins makes the catch. The Giants strand a pair. Second inning coming up. 1-0. Blue Jays.
Is brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
Comes to be at AT&T Park on May 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And on the 22nd, that's a Sunday, Giants are giving away Buster Posey kids hampers to the first 7,500 kids 14 and under, courtesy of Toyota. sfgiants.com/tickets. So the hitter is going to be Ryan Goins. Goins is hitting 146 with a home run in 5 driven in. And he takes a bit wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Peavy in the first inning walked a couple, gave up a couple of hits. But the biggest out he got was the strikeout to Troy Tulowitzki. There's a big swing and a miss. Aaron Sanchez on deck. And the pitch, there's a strike at the knees, 1-2.
Good movement on the 88-mile-an-hour sinker. With Peavy's delivery, he's a low 3/4. I mean, it's really difficult from that arm slot to throw a ball straight. You're going to get movement. It's either going to fade or it's going to sink, depending on location.
Nice block by Brown, or make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mets and Dodgers tonight at Dodger Stadium. Mets are leading that one 2-0 in the 3rd. Foul down the left field line and out of play. Bad weather in the Midwest. A couple of games rained out. Minnesota, Cubs.
Yeah, the Cubs are hosting the Padres at Wrigley Field.
Out of play again. I'm shocked that we didn't get stalled a few times on the last road trip.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. In New York, Cincinnati, incredible threats all around the ballpark, and yet not one time do they have to put the tarp on once the game started. That's good fortune.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and now time was called by Goins. Goins, Sanchez, Pilar. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, foul.
Tim Leeper, the first base coach, tried to make a play. There was a time he'd gobble those up.
Blanco moving over now near the line. He'll put it away for out number 1. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez batting for the first time. On the ground to Panic, who wrestles that one down. Let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, guys, couple of updates. Giants made a roster move today. They optioned Mac Williamson to the River Cats, and they recalled Jarrett Parker, outfielder, and Angel Pagan doing much better. Took BP today. He ran today, and he is available to pinch hit this evening. Now, should he reach first base, the Giants would put in a pinch runner for him. They're going to take it easy with him, but he's doing much, much better. Dwayne?
All right, well, that's good news. Very good news. Here's Pilar. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Pilar opened up the game with a pop-up to Hunter Pence. In the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Angel Pagan earlier today taking batting practice. And when you have a hamstring injury, it really affects the way that you hit and use your foundation. And it's especially difficult if you're a switch hitter. But today, I mean, he passed all the tests in the cage, so he's getting close. Say he still might not start until the Giants get to Arizona on Thursday.
Arizona playing in Colorado tonight, as this is a broken bat bouncing ball to Duffy, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Peavy. For the Giants, Crawford, Blanco, and Brown coming up. 1-0 Blue Jays. On this date in 2006, Jason Schmidt threw a complete game against the Cubs. He allowed 5 hits, an earned run, no walks. He struck out 6. Giants won that ball game 6-1. It was his second straight complete game after pitching a shutout 6 days earlier in Milwaukee. 2 of the Giants pitchers have pitched back-to-back 9-inning complete games. Lincecum, Bumgarner. Here's Crawford. Crawford, a bullet foul down the right field line.
Jason Schmidt, his fastball changeup combination was one of the most devastating I've ever seen. He didn't even need a breaking ball. That's how good those two pitchers
You know
were.
what? And there wasn't anybody like him in the league other than what he had. Oh, 0-2 now to Crawford.
Changeup. First time we've seen that pitch. Pretty much right where he was last year through 32 games. Last season at 253 with 5 home runs. This year 4 home runs. About the same batting average. And Crawford would go on to have a career year. All-Star year. Gold Glove year. Silver Slugger Award year. Would hit 21 home runs and lead the team in home runs.
Off the glove as it caroms out to Goings. 1 out. And here's Blanco. Blanco at 268 with 6 runs batted in. And Gregor Blanco takes high. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's an Expos fan. So all of Canada represented in that row. Read an article the other day that in regards to a new city getting a baseball team, Montreal is they're the leading candidate. And I'm sure the people in the eastern side of Canada are pretty happy about that. It was a good town to play in.
We've had some fine moments in Montreal.
Yeah.
There's a strike to Blanco. Had lots of laughs in Montreal.
It's a good city. Great city.
Out of play. It's 2-2.
That's an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. Give you an idea what type of stuff this guy's got. And it doesn't even look like he's just busting a gut either. It's just coming out of the hand so easy. Think they're excited? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Russell Martin's getting beat up.
Beat up.
And he's a good catcher with great hands. But the late movement on Aaron Sanchez fastball is so late that not even Russell Martin could square it up in the sweet spot. I mean, that hit him right in the heel, and that hurts, folks.
Little flare into center field, and Tulowitzki tracks it down.
Now this is the previous pitch. He wanted it down and in, kind of front door sinker, and this goes up.
Ouch.
And as he goes up to get that, and that's the second time he's gotten healed. And that is just pure pain, even for an experienced catcher with hardened hands. And you see that gold patch on his chest protector. That tells you when it's gold that he's a Gold Glover.
Here's Brown. Brown off the end of the bat, foul down the right field line.
He feels strongly both ways.
He's a good fan. Brown up the middle. And a base hit. And it's the first in the game for the Giants. And that'll bring up Jake Peavy.
Just collapses both elbows on a bent arm swing. I mean, that if he doesn't bend his arms and he goes along with the bat, he hits that off the label. Pretty good bat head control right there.
So here's Jake Peavy. Peavy's 3 for 8 on the season. And a curveball in for a strike.
A respectful curveball.
Well, I think the little guy's got it right.
He looks good in that orange and black too, I want you to know.
Peavy takes strike 3 call, and that's going to end the inning. Third inning coming up.
Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Well, family-friendly special events lead the way on 3 different weekends throughout July and August. Annual programs such as Hello Kitty Day, Pixar Day, and Lego Day are back at AT&T Park this summer. You need some information, go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
Josh Donaldson to face Jake Peavy. 1-0. Blue Jays. And a call strike. Donaldson drew a walk. He eventually scored the only run in the game. Inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck, Jose Bautista. Low, 2 balls and a strike. And a shot right at Duffy. 1 out.
That's the kind of line drive that'll break in a glove. And when we say he gets both cheeks into it, he gets both cheeks. I mean, he unloads. It's our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. And you watch the reaction of Duffy, who sweet spots it. Santa Rosa.
Here's Bautista, who singled in the first. Pops this one back and out of play.
So how fast does it get on you? Fast.
Low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside to Bautista. Tap foul, and that is off of Bautista's foot or ankle.
It's the last thing you're expecting when you're in that batter's box, that you're going to toe yourself or whack one off your shin or your knee or your toe. I mean, it's just, and when it happens, it's just instant pain.
Instant, I don't want to do it again.
All right, let's see where it got him. Look on the left foot.
More on the bottom of the foot, huh?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Three and two. Well, there's no doubt that Peavy's got an idea what he wants to throw. And he's just waiting for Trevor Brown to come up with it. And he walked him. Get up to the minute you're up. Today in the Bay. See news that's happening now. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Watch Today in the Bay weekdays starting at 4:30 on NBC Bay Area. Channel 11, Cable 3, 703. Encarnacion drew a walk. And a call strike.
Wrap around, two-seam fastball outside corner. Encarnacion not completely convinced that that was a strike. Straight away in the outfield, slight pull in the infield.
Down low to even the count at a ball and a strike.
Encarnacion really loads up that back leg, and he has his hands low as he starts his swing, but his hands rise up above the shoulder when he starts to throw the bat head. Making a difference where you start. It's where you get your hands up when that front foot goes down. And the same exact thing can be said about a pitcher. A lot of different ways to get to it, but when that front foot lands, that hand's got to be in a high position.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
So he gets him to chase that breaking ball off the plate, 2-1.
Well, see what Bautista does with the count 3-2.
A lot of pitches with one out here in the third inning. Ideally, at the end of the inning, you want to be 45 pitches or less. So you give an idea of how high he is.
Runner goes. Swinging a foul down the right field line. We'll do it again.
Watch the hands come off the bat. It's a weird feeling. You don't normally see the left hand come off. That's your power hand. Your top hand guides you, but look at the left hand come off the bat.
So that's fouled the other way.
Talk about the strikeouts that have really plagued this Toronto offense this year. They averaged 10 strikeouts as a group a game. It's something they didn't do as much last year. And they're a home run hitting team.
Runner goes high and deep to left. Blanco back, gone. And it comes on a 3-2 pitch, and it's 3-0. A walk and a home run. And then for Encarnacion, that's his 6th of the year.
Now take a look at the location of this pitch. He had to throw a strike, but this is right out over the middle play at the belt. And for guys with power like an Encarnacion, I mean, that is exactly what he's looking for. A location mistake, and he knew what to do with it.
Here's Saunders, and he swings and misses 0-1. They like the big fly in Toronto. In tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Giants find themselves in a spot where now they got to come back, as this is fouled out of play, and come back against a guy that's throwing the ball really well. So hold him right here.
Yeah, hold him right here would be good. I mean, nobody says it's going to be easy. It is the big leagues after all.
And that's rolled foul. It's 1-2. Mets now leading the Dodgers 3-0. That game in the 4th inning. So Peavy gets the sign, and it's low, 2-2. That's Kazmir starting for the Dodgers as Saunders strikes out for out number 2. And Steven Matz, who the Giants saw in New York, is pitching for New York. Here's Tulowitzki, 2 strikeouts now for Peavy.
See the pitch count, 65 of the night, 28 in the 1st inning, 24 here in the 3rd, just 2 outs.
Tulowitzki struck out looking with the bases loaded. Tiller with a swing and maybe a foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So the Browns going to come out and say, whatever that was good. Throw that one again. That was a good one.
Yeah, is that a spitter? Well, if it was, wet the next one up.
Load it up, baby. Gaylord Perry style.
And that's foul down the left field line.
It's great when Gaylord Perry used to be with the Padres. If he went into San Diego, the home team would warm up in the left field dugout. So he would walk across the field right down the third base line in front of the Giants dugout. And right before he'd get to your dugout, he would drop something out of his pocket, and it would always be a tube of Vaseline.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Just to put it in your mind.
Always worked, too. Never got old. And tight to Tulowitzki, 2-2. Hit on the ground towards the hole, but Duffy cuts it off, spins and throws, and they got him, and that'll end the inning. Encarnacion's home run makes it 3-0. Top of the order coming up.
On CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop, where the aliens have landed and taken off with sandwiches.
Well, if you like interleague, well, you've come to the right place. June is going to have some anticipated interleague showdowns here at AT&T. Boston Red Sox coming the 7th and 8th. Oakland A's coming the 27th, 28th. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets. Check it out.
Here's Span, who takes down low. 3-0 Blue Jays. Span, Panic, Duffy.
Well, you see what type of adjustments the Giants will make the second time through after they got a little education from Aaron Sanchez that first time through. What they found out is he's not easy to hit. He's not easy to catch either. Now, Russell Martin is a Gold Glove catcher, and he is a guy that, you know, he doesn't box many pitches. He just doesn't.
I'm saying right now he's easier to hit than catch.
Well, you might be right. I mean, we're watching Russell Martin struggle, and that just doesn't happen. Struggle because this guy's movement is so late with a high velocity that you just can't put it in the pocket.
So that's 3-1.
Joe Panic getting ready.
On the ground, right to Donaldson, who's playing in that hole.
So let's watch Russell Martin here. Guys, the truck prepared this package to give you an idea of just how hard this guy is to catch.
Ow.
And that hurt his hand.
Ow.
That hurt his hand. I mean, that's 3 of them. I mean, we're talking stone bruise time.
I'm just not going to catch it.
No, I mean, it's a catcher's nightmare when you have a guy who's got his stuff is so good you can't catch it. And when you catch a sinker baller, the rotation of the ball, for whatever reason, I mean, I'm sure a physicist could explain it, the ball is heavier and it feels heavy when you catch it.
Little pop up out of play.
And if you catch it wrong, it lights your hand up, and you'll get a bolt of lightning that goes all the way through your elbow, up through your shoulder, and come out the other side of your head through your ear. That's how it feels. And he's had a half a dozen tonight where he's caught it wrong. He'll be icing his hands down after this game. That's why I think Russell Martin calls changeups and curveballs, just to give his hand a rest.
I think you're right.
But Aaron Sanchez stuff is, it is nasty.
2-2 now on the foul ball. Behind Billy Hayes. Matt Duffy's on deck. Giants do have a hit. It's one thing you don't have to worry about. And Panic out swinging. 3 strikeouts now for Sanchez. Here's Duffy. Duffy 0 for 1. And he doesn't waste any time as he rolls this one right back to where it came from. And that's going to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Sanchez. Shutdown inning.
Fourth inning. Here's something to smile about. Brought to you by a Cricket Wireless. Oh yeah, she's feeling it. That's a good smile. That's a happy girl. Hey. And they didn't even know each other until that guy caught that foul ball.
Here's Russell Martin. Martin bounced out. First pitch pop up. Belt will drift over, but this one's going to be on top of the visitors' dugout and out of play.
You've been watching how hard it has been for Russell Martin to catch Aaron Sanchez. And, you know, you get hit in the hand, but now you got to go hit.
Yeah.
Now, he's got 4 stone bruises on his left hand. Now he's got to go pick up the bat and have at it. I once asked Bob Brimley, who was our catcher in the 80s, my favorite catcher of all times, how many at bats, if you get 500 at bats a year, how many do you feel you're being affected by because some little minor injury you got while you were catching? He said half.
A lot, of course.
You know, a foul ball off your foot, you can't land on it when you're taking your stride. You got a stone bruise on your hand. Foul ball hit you in the shoulder or the bicep. I mean, it just never ends. So you just get used to it, I guess.
One and two. Ryan Goins is on deck. Got him. All right, Amy G's here. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen. Well, coming into tonight's game, the Giants had only scored 2 runs in their last 23 innings. Skipper Bruce Bochy commented on the Giants' struggling offense. It's our Geico quote of the game. He said, "I didn't see that coming with this offense. We've been in a little rut that last couple of days with the bats. Just got to get them going." Hopefully they do, gentlemen.
Get them going. Absolutely. Here's Goins. Goins waits, and a line drive into right field, a base hit. And that'll bring up Sanchez.
You know, Aaron Sanchez, isn't that he's a pitcher in the American League, doesn't get a lot of at-bats, but his first at-bat showed that he's got a pretty good swing. Now, normally American League pitchers with 1 out, they're going to be asked to bunt 90% of the time. But after looking at that first swing, I'm not 100% convinced.
Well, he was definitely aggressive. Goins has got 1 steal. And the bunt attempt is missed, and it's 0-1.
Well, watching that bunt attempt, John Gibbons, the skipper for the Blue Jays, he might say, "Go ahead and swing it.
Take it off."
That was not the best effort at bunting a baseball. Techniques can be improved, but they don't practice it. They don't ever hit.
Oh, 2. Blue Jays 3, Giants nothing. 4th inning. For Peavy, this will be pitch number 79. Got him. 4 strikeouts. Here's Pilar. Pilar is 0 for 2. And the first pitch is down low. Pilar popped out to right and then bounced out to third.
A steal opportunity here. Goins has 1 on the year, but he can definitely steal 1 if you don't watch him. Good 1-0 curveball for Peavy. I just think this is such an automatic steal situation, because if you win, you got to run a scoring position. If not, you'll lead off with your leadoff hitter.
Yet we don't see it happen all the time. Another strike, 1-2.
I mean, from a pitcher's perspective, you never want to lead off an inning with a leadoff hitter after the first inning. You just don't.
Yeah, that's right. One and two. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Peavy strikes out the side. Belton, Pence, and Crawford coming up.
Our podcast is live on csnbayarea.com, and you can log in each week as Alex Palovich talks baseball, also available on iTunes.
Here's Belt. Belt drew a walk in the first. Here he takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Belt, Pence, and Crawford, and then the Giants are hoping for more. They trail by 3. Belt drives it into center field. Pilar, however, is there, and he'll make the catch. 1 out. And that'll bring up Hunter Pence, who popped out in the first inning. So Pence at the plate. And he takes high for a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts for Aaron Sanchez. And that pitch is outside, so it's 3-0.
All fastballs. I mean, at a point right now, that actually was a changeup at 88 miles per hour. Still hard to believe you throw a changeup at 88.
And the walk.
Third walk given up by Sanchez. He puts himself in the stretch.
Crawford hit one that caromed off the glove of Sanchez out to the second baseman Goins. And he was retired. Here he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Yep. We'll see those, maybe not just the rest of this year, but maybe the rest of
Our lifetime.
That's how good those hats are.
Plus, I don't think you can kill those hats. I think they survive just about everything.
Yeah. They're the Keith Richards of the hat world.
And I dropped one in our garage. I've been driving over it for 2 weeks, and it's fine.
Shook it off. We're good.
It's fine, really. You can put it on right now. Oh, and 2 to Crawford. And Crawford down swinging. And that'll bring up Blanco.
First time we've seen Sanchez use the curveball as a kill pitch.
Gregor Blanco hit a soft line drive that Tulowitzki caught. Out in shallow center field. Blanco will hit with 2 down. One ball and no strikes to Gregor Blanco. In the absence of Angel Pagan, spelling Denard Span and Hunter Pence. Pagan coming back soon, but it's Blanco now who's getting some at bats. Bounces this one to the second baseman Goins, and that's going to end the inning. So the walk does not hurt Sanchez. We will head to the 5th. 3-0 Blue Jays. $99, including the June 25th game against the Phillies, giving away Madison Bumgarner Silver Slugger bobbleheads for the first 40,000 fans, courtesy of Chevron. sfgiants.com/mini-packs. Tough spot in the lineup now for Jake Peavy. This is where the Blue Jays have done their damage in this game. It'll be Donaldson, Batista, and Encarnacion. And Donaldson, with massive Gumby shoulders, flies out for out number 1.
That was massive Gumby. Well, last year was a year he didn't pop up a whole lot. 297 with 41 bombs. He scored 122 runs. He knocked in 123. The last traded player to win an MVP was Willie Hernandez of the Tigers. That was back in 1984. The last position player to do it was Dick Allen in 1972.
So here's Batista, a single and a walk. Giants do not want to get this guy going. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Encarnacion to follow. Two and 0.
I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. I don't even know what it is.
Looks really good. There's a big swing. Ain't gonna miss. Doesn't look like something that would agree with your mustache, however.
No. It comes with 10 napkins.
And on the ground, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You won't see a 2-strike adjustment here either. It's let the fur fly. End of story. Home runs in the Blue Jays history. The career leaders: Carlos Delgado with 236. Joey Bats, Jose Bautista 249. Edward Encarnacion also in that top 5 list. Vernon Wells, Joe Carter. All household names in the great city of Toronto.
Down the left field line, foul. So it stays at 3-2. There's a souvenir. We're going to share? We're not going to share.
Not yet.
No.
No, not yet.
That one didn't look like it was going back. I gotta tell you.
It didn't look like a share.
It stays 3-2. PV pitch number 92.
Easy take there.
So Batista now on 3 straight times.
.92 pitches with 1 out here in the 5th. That's a lot of throws, and a lot of it has been out of the stretch for Jake Peavy.
Encarnacion hit a high, deep drive into the seats for a home run in the 3rd. And there's a strike, and it's 0-1. So he got underneath this, but the ball just kept going.
Yeah, let's give you an idea of his power. Man, that's a 3-2 challenge Peavy had to come at him with. You just have to avoid coming in to a predictable count with a high fastball to this guy. It's too much ability, too much power.
See Batista and Encarnacion tied interleague home runs active since 2010.
Yeah, they have just torched the National League with the long ball.
Down the left field line, foul, and it's 1-2.
He had pinched his finger, all kind of hit out towards the end of the bat. Whatever, that did not feel good on the top hand. It's usually an old bruise you reignite.
Suarez headed down to the bullpen. Two and two. Pitch number 97 for PV. Here it is. The 2-2 pitch to Encarnacion. And it gets away from Brown. He couldn't find it. Now he does. And another 3-2 count.
You see Albert Suarez still celebrating 1 year. Is that what the sign said? Celebrating our 1 year wedding anniversary. All right, nice going.
Way to go.
Happy anniversary.
Good seats too.
Huge Albert Suarez fans.
Just do not touch a fair ball.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
We don't want you to have to go.
That'd be bad.
Pulled on the ground, foul. Encarnacion's favorite player, Jeffrey Leonard.
Well, Jeffrey Leonard was a one flap down. Looks like Edward Encarnacion is a one flap up. Hey, you hit that many home runs, I guess you could be creative.
3 and 2. Got him.
So he gets it with a high fastball out over the plate away. And as Encarnacion left the home plate area, asking Adam Hamari if that indeed was a strike.
I think he said it was. It's really a good way for an umpire just to mess with a player or a hitter. Yeah. No, wasn't even close.
I think most of them. Dutch Renner, if you could throw a two hopper up there. A guy swung at it and he said, "Was that a strike?"
Yeah,
absolutely. Say, absolutely. You swung at it.
Here's Michael Saunders. And a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. PV with 4 walks and 6 strikeouts.
Brought a lot of pitches, 102 here with 2 outs in the 5th. And when you don't have the stuff you're accustomed to having, you have to nibble. You just can't get in that strike zone as aggressively as you did earlier in your career. That runs the pitch count up.
2 and 2. . does have a base to play with, should you go that route. Brown setting up away from the target. Peavy goes. It's 3-2.
This will be Jake Peavy's last inning because of the pitch count. Peavy's spot in the lineup is due to hit second in the bottom of the fifth of the Giants, but he would definitely like to finish this inning out. And if you let Sanders get on base, I don't know if Puspich is going to let him throw to Tulowitzki.
And the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. He walked it. And that's it. Well, Bruce Bochy's trotting out, so that doesn't mean it's it. It's always the telltale sign.
Well, this meeting of the mound brought to you by Ring Central, business communications made simple. And there's a pretty deep affection between these two guys. Bruce Bochy and Jake Peavy. He brought Jake Peavy up to the big leagues when he was 19 years old. So he just said, hey, you can do this. Get out of it. So now as a pitcher, I mean, it's up to you to make your manager look good for letting you stay in the game.
Tulowitzki is 0 for 2. And a breaking ball for a called strike. Arizona, by the way, is leading the Rockies 9-4. That game was in the 9th inning in Denver. The former Rocky at the plate. And that's just off the plate.
Didn't miss by much. That's a pretty good pitch. Well, we need the Back to the Future card.
Yeah.
McFly.
Now, this is not something that is on tape. This is right now.
Well, it's the Cove. Come to expect that.
1 ball and 1 strike to Troy Tulowitzki. Tapped up the middle. Crawford's going to dive. He'll throw to third, and just getting back is Batista. So a nice play by Crawford as that ball got by Peavy. And now with the bases loaded, the hitter will be Russell Martin. A little bit of bad luck for Peavy.
Well, you get the ground ball, kind of a CNI ground ball. Almost a collision, just a little toe tap between Panic and Crawford. But Tulowitzki runs too well. He didn't have a play anyway. But by stopping it, he saved a run.
Here's Martin. Martin is 0 for 2. Crawford made a nice play on a ground ball with the bases loaded in the first to retire Martin, and there's a fastball high, 1-0. Ah, getting fancy on us now, huh?
Yeah, make sure you wear your wetsuit.
It's called showing off. 2-0. See, Batista and then Sanders, and then Tulowitzki. So this is a big pitch right here. Peavy has to come in, and he does, and it's 2-1.
Peavy is digging as deep as he can dig right now, folks.
Popped him up. And that'll end the inning. Blue Jays lead and loaded. Giants still very much in it. It'll be Brown, probably a pinch hitter, and then Span coming up. Sports Service delivers everything you come to expect, includes a free subscription to At Bat Premium. Visit MLB.tv for details. So the Giants trying to get on the board here. They trail 3-0. It'll be Brown, and Connor Gillespie's grabbed a bat. He's on deck. And then it'll be Denard Span. So Aaron Sanchez has been very good as advertised. The only hit in the game came from this guy, Trevor Brown, who bounced a single up the middle for a hit in the second. The Giants have coaxed 3 walks out of Sanchez, but they haven't been able to do anything with it. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. And now it's 2-1. Giants need the bottom of the order to set up the top of the order. And it's 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Just exploded that down. Get it in fastball at 92.
Peavy's night is over. He allows 3 runs on 5 hits. Tap right back to Sanchez. So a nice comeback for Sanchez. 1 out. And here's Gillespie. So Gillespie gets the at bat here in the 5th.
Burn out of gas.
And Gillespie on the first pitch lifts it foul and out of play. Done a nice job since being called up from AAA. He's 4 for 13, 3 for 7 as a pinch hitter. This is going to be high into right center field. Pilar puts it away, 2 outs. And here's Span.
Been a lot of quick outs when Sanchez can stay in the strike zone. The only time that Sanchez really had a little bit of a rally going is when Sanchez has been walking guys. He's walked 3. But there have been a lot of outs at 3 pitches or less.
Really a tale of 2 different outings. Peavy threw a lot of pitches. Sanchez hasn't thrown many.
He wants to be at 75 or less at the end of 5. So at 62, you get an idea of how far he is ahead of the norm.
Well, you see the electric stuff that Sanchez has. There was a time when Peavy had the same kind of stuff.
Oh, they had unbelievable stuff. 2007, he was the best pitcher in the National League. Cy Young Award winner.
Span rolls this one to the first baseman Encarnacion, and Encarnacion played around with it, and Span is called out, and I don't think so.
Tom Hallion making the call at first base. Billy Hayes, Giants first base coach, he put it down in the bag, and he doesn't usually make any kind of a.
Well, the Blue Jays aren't leaving.
No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Upon further review, I mean,
upon further review, here's what we take out of this. It is not conclusive. So that is probably going to be, even if you review it, in OUT. Good call. Tom Hallion, as he sticks his chest out a little bit.
He should. Got him.
All-Star Teacher is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. You can vote at csnbayarea.com/AST. It's the 10th season. Visit csnbayarea.com and vote. Winner receives $20,000 for his or her school. New pitcher for the Giants, Albert Suarez. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Albert Suarez, the new pitcher now for the Giants. Suarez, 26 years old, 6'3", 235-pounder. He's a rookie. Had his debut yesterday through a clean inning. And with Suarez, you're going to see a fastball that's mid-90s, curveball slider, and a changeup, and they'll throw them all.
Goins is the hitter, and he hits this one high down the left field line, and it's going to reach the seats.
Suarez made 3 starts down in Sacramento, and in 25 innings he had an ERA of 2.88. And here he is, a big leaguer.
High and foul again, and it stays. Now it's 1-2.
Suarez, 8 years in the minor leagues. He signed out of high school, originally with the with Tampa. He was with the Rays, and with the Angels, and the Giants got him as a minor league free agent in November of 2015. And here he is.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's just outside. And the payoff is hit into center field, and well, Span, however, got a good jump on it, and he puts it away. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, I have an update on George Contos, who threw an inning in Sacramento yesterday. He gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout. He threw 21 pitches. 14 of those were strikes. Now he is slated to pitch tomorrow in Sacramento, and then again Friday and Saturday. The Giants hoping that they can activate him during the San Diego series. Dwayne?
Well, that would be good news, as Pence is going to move over towards the line, and look out, as that's into the seats.
High five, high five, high five. Psyched.
Very happy.
Yeah, that's a lot of happy. He leads the world to happy right here.
Here's the 0-1 to Sanchez down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2. Swing going to foul to the backstop. Got him. 2 outs, and the hitter will be Pilar. Pilar is 0 for 3. Those at bats against Peavy.
Albert Suarez, first strikeout in the big leagues. Hey, it counts.
Absolutely.
I got a Hall of Fame for my first strikeout. There's a pitcher, Tom Seaver, but hey,
That's right.
counts.
He was trying, wasn't he?
He's a pretty good hitter.
Yeah. Two balls, no strikes. Want some hot chocolate? We got it for you.
Get it the extra whipped cream. Just a bit outside.
So a strikeout and then a walk, and the hitter will be Josh Donaldson. Donaldson is 0 for 2. Lined out to third, hit a bullet, hit a pop up to center field. He likes to swing. 1 ball and no strikes.
Donaldson 6'1", 210, and he gets every pound into his swing. So this is a little pep talk right here, nothing more. Basically, look, you're nibbling, you're getting behind. Now you got to come into him. You got to be more aggressive. And sometimes it happens to you when you start pitching against MVPs. You have to get used to pitching the baseball cards.
And a check swing foul. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And every once in a while you need that catcher to come back and bring you to reality.
See where Brown sets up. Hit on the ground into the hole. Crawford on the backhand. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Donaldson throws his helmet down. It's the end of the world. 3-0.
Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. It's Toyota time. For big savings on legendary Toyota quality, take a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, celebrating 70 years as your neighborhood paint store. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
Well, next TV will be tomorrow night. It's Say Hey Tuesday. Giants taking on the Blue Jays. Matt Cain will be on the hill for the Giants. Pregame live starts at 6:30. Tomorrow the game is at 7. You see it right here at CSN Bay Area. And the first 500 fans get a cheer card and an authentic Giants fan snapback hat. All on Say Hey Tuesday.
Panic right to the left fielder. Saunders, 1 out. I mentioned to Joe today about placing his line drives a little better.
Well, it's hard to say he's in a slump. He hadn't had any hits, but you don't want to hear it. I mean, you're hitting the ball hard and people are catching it, and then maybe that even frustrates you more.
So here's Duffy.
I mean, the handstand, the homestand for Joe Panik, I mean, he's 1 for 14 with 3 walks.
I bet he's hit the ball hard 7 times.
Yeah, at least. Fans are looking for something to cheer about. Giants scored 2 runs on Saturday in 13 innings. Yesterday they got shut out, and here they're shut out with 1 out here in the 6th.
And now we're Adam Amari's hearing it from the Toronto dugout.
There's John Gibbons, manager. You're going to hear it. I mean, it's either going to come from the third base side or the first base side, but you're going to hear it. It's just part of the life of an umpire.
I was watching him close. Tom Halligan.
The crew chief at first base.
There's a strike, 3-2.
Amari's still a young umpire.
He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, I like him.
Low?
Just a wee bit. Not a whole lot.
So here's Belt. Belt has walked and he's hit a fly ball to center field. Hit it pretty well. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. Pence is on deck.
Say it every night, and it's just so true. And the guy has an idea of the strike zone, and Brandon Belt does. I mean, he knows his zone so well. You just see him in 3-ball counts. It's just every day, every night.
1-2.
You create good counts to hit in when you have a good eye. The 3-ball count, guy's going to throw you a strike most of the time.
Boy, that is so close to being a strike. It's 2-2.
Well, you've seen it called a strike. You've seen some belt high strikes tonight from Adam Amari's zone. It's just under the letters, a bit high.
Belt drives it into left center field. Coming over is Batista. He never saw it. Duffy's on the move. Duffy is going to be held up. So the Giants will have runners at second and third.
Michael Saunders never had a chance on this ball. Low line drive, and they just got lost in the lights. Well, the reputation of Troy Tulowitzki's cutoff arm really had a lot to do with this play. Once it gets by Saunders, you know, Duffy, he was not going to get a good jump because he had to make sure that ball was going to get down. And when that got the cutoff throw was made, down 3-0. Roberto Kelly says, I'm not going to take a chance, not against Tulowitzki. He's got too good of an arm.
Here's Pence. Did I say Batista? I think I did. So here's Pence. Up and in, 1-0.
Russell Martin going to come out and say, hey, you're overthrowing the ball. You don't have to. You need to keep the ball down. All right. You mentioned it's worth mentioning again. Aaron Sanchez has never given up a home run to a right-handed hitter in the big leagues. Well, there's 321 right-handed hitters faced coming into tonight's ball game.
Tapped up the middle. Tulowitzki's got it. Pence is retired. He'll pick up the RBI. Scoring is Duffy. Belt goes to third.
And finally, after 2 days, the 0 streak has ended, and the Giants fans have something to talk about. A little something to cheer about.
So here's Crawford. Corey Guerin runs down to the bullpen. That would be in case the pitcher spot comes up. Crawford takes the ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And again, Sanchez looking in. High pop up down the left field line. And tripping was Saunders. He got a glove on it, and Crawford's got new life.
Really unfamiliar surroundings. It is an obstacle. And watch who this ball hits him. I think it hits him on the head. Ouch. He's not even thinking about the mound, and all of a sudden, you know, there's a speed bump in the middle of the field.
So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford off his foot, 1 and 2.
I'm impressed. I'd have had to rub my head. Self-noogie.
Give me a nice bucket. 1 ball and 2 strikes. High to Crawford.
Now he's all right. But those are the things that get noticed by your teammates, and you will hear some more about that.
2 and 2. Pilar, and that'll end the inning. Giants on the board. 7th inning coming up. spectacular. Encarnacion is the difference right now. He had a 2-run home run in the 3rd. Sanchez has been good. Peavy went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. Belt has got a double in this game. The Giants only have 2 hits. So here is Suarez facing the Beef, Batista. One day you're in AAA facing a guy you never heard of. The next day you're facing Batista. Pulling up anchor.
Yeah, with baseball bats. How about that? But it's the one thing you have to get used to if you're going to be a big league pitcher. I mean, look, everybody in the minor leagues, they're fans. They watch the big leagues. They watch baseball. Now all of a sudden you find yourself playing the guys that have been on all-star teams. It's a little strange. It is.
Good pitch. Got him. Batista didn't even wait around.
And now you're striking them out. It's what finally convinces you that you belong here when you start getting some of these guys out.
Yep, absolutely. Here's Encarnacion.
Take a look. Big upper body turn. Check swing. Did he go? Yep.
Encarnacion looks at a pitch close.
When he misses, he doesn't miss by a whole lot.
Breaking ball high.
Don't be throwing any high hangers. Not to this guy.
Two-zero delivery.
A little bit inside. Respectful breaking ball and a 2-0 count.
And the strike.
A lot of work getting that thing up.
And a base hit to right field. So that's a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Michael Saunders, who was just hit on the head.
All right. Get the seaweed off.
Saunders 1 for 2. Knocked in a run with a base hit in the 1st. Struck out and then walked in the 5th. And he breaks his bat as he pops this one up.
He's having a rough inning.
2 outs.
Well, defensively, this is what happened when he hits the mound. He stumbles on the mound, puts a glove up, just glances off his glove, and hits him right in the head. Another look. I mean, it's the one thing you have to get used to, and you never really do. I mean, you know it's there, but
hey, it's one of the hazards of playing corner outfielder in this park. There's the bullpen mounds.
I'm impressed. I'd have had to rub it.
Tulowitzki with a base hit in the 5th. On the ground to 3rd, Duffy charging, and that'll end the inning. Giants are coming up. They trail by 2. Blanco will lead it off.
The 7th inning. A very calm night. A night that has not really been very offensive for the Giants. Still looking for that igniter that gets this rhythm going up and down this Giants lineup again. They have been shut down for 3 days.
Well, Blanco's going to lead things off, so we'll see. If he could get something going, followed by Brown. And a bunt attempt foul, and it's 0-1. Blanco is hit a soft line drive to Tulowitzki, and then he bounced out to Goins at second base. And a strike. It's 0-2. Very high to Blanco. Giants like to have a base runner any way they can. They only trail by 2. But Aaron Sanchez has been very good. This will be pitch number 87. And it's wide. It's 2-2.
And he really has done it with one pitch. I mean, the power sinker. Now, granted, it's been a pretty impressive pitch from 93 to 98 miles per hour. But he really hasn't thrown a lot of curveballs or a lot of changeups. 80% of the time you've seen the fastball.
Here's the payoff, and he got him.
And he paints him knee-high outside corner. Two-seam fastball right there, snagged by Russell Martin. Strikeout number 5. 3 of his strikeouts have been called strike threes. And I don't think Rigor Blanco thought that was the right call.
Brown rolls it foul. Singled in the second. Hit went back to Sanchez in the 5th. The newest Giant, Jarrett Parker, on deck. Mac Williamson sent back to Sacramento.
It was a rough day for Mac Williamson yesterday. He had a hat trick, struck out 3 times, but that's not why he was sent out. The Giants have 5 right-handers going to face him in the next 5 games, and it made more sense to have Jarrett Parker come up, left-handed hitter, and go down and get Williamson some reps and some at-bats.
Plus, Pagan might be back in 2 days, 3 days.
Giants are thinking maybe by Thursday in Arizona they may get Pagan back in the starting lineup.
And Brown shoots it to right, and he's got a hit, and it squirts past Batista, and Brown's going to slide and stop and get back to first.
I remember Jarrett Parker last year, first home run against Zito. This is an afternoon game. Next one is Drew Pomeranz, a second home run, but he was not done yet. This one comes with the bases loaded, a 3 home run day for Jarrett Parker. And if you were there in that ballpark, you knew it was going to happen. That's how locked in he was.
He got off to a very slow start in Sacramento, but then starting to heat it up. And he just gets underneath this one, deep out into right center field. And Batista's going to make the catch. My goodness.
Well, you know what he's going to be saying.
That's gone in every other park I played in this year.
I mean, he squared that up. Just had a little too much height on it for this ballpark.
So here's Span. That's what he's here for.
Sinker down and in.
And this is going to go to the backstop. I assure you that I never hit a ball that far and had Gumby shoulders like Parker did.
Hey, look, when you hit 3 home runs in a game, you're allowed to have Gumbies.
Darrell Evans would have been proud.
Yeah, he just had little Gumbies because he knew this ballpark was going to eat it up. He had a 3 home run day this year playing for Sacramento in Salt Lake City.
Outside and low.
So for Jared Parker, they come in bunches. As you start to see some activity now. It's going to be Gavin Floyd, the right-hander for the Blue Jays.
.2-0 pitch to Span. Out of play. A base hit here gets the Giants a run closer.
Hey, you brought your glove. Nice going. That's a catcher. Mom is so proud. So is the old man, as a matter of fact.
One pitch to Span. 3-1. Panic on deck.
Let's take a look at the play. Oh yeah.
Did he nail it?
Pick it clean. Had it played perfectly. Had a base. But boy. Yep. Fun at the yard.
So Panic is going to hit with runners at first and second.
Well, this is a full-on rally right now. Nana and Papa are Blue Jays fans, but I love the Giants. Well, that's good.
Well, then we like you.
Yes, we do. So Pete Walker, the pitching coach, coming out to talk a little bit to Aaron Sanchez. Gavin Floyd is good to go in the bullpen if they want to make a move. You're thinking about the outfielder and what type of arms they have. Not anything like we saw with the Rockies over the weekend, but the best arm in left field with Michael Saunders. It's a good one. Pretty average.
Panic is walked, he's struck out, and he's lined out to left field. And here he takes high, 1-0.
Blue Jays play Panic slight the opposite way, about 3 steps out of normal positioning. It's a pretty standard defensive set.
And a strike. As Sanchez now hits pitch number 103. It's high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Panic with a healthy rip and a foul down the left field line and out of play.
never spilled a garlic fry.
Not a one. 2-2 pitch. Here it is to Panic. Panic on the ground to third, where Donaldson has it. His throw in time, and that'll end the inning. Giants got a couple of people on, and now we'll head to the 8th.
Now for our Ford right choice, we're going to take a look at Albert Suarez, his second outing in the big leagues. It was a 2-outing performance. Got his first big league strikeout, Aaron Sanchez, and then he got his first real big league strikeout. He got Joey Bats, and he'll be going to the phone when this game's over, calling his buddies, going, "Dude, I struck out Joey Bats." 2 clean innings, 1 walk, 1 knock, a couple of strikeouts, and that is our Ford right choice, Aaron Sanchez. Nicely done.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
Hunter Strickland, 15th time that he has come into a game. 3.46 ERA, 11 strikeouts against 4 walks. All that in 13 innings. Mid to high 90s with the fastball, hard slider, and a split. So Albert Suarez had a good night as he's gaining confidence at this level. A night that he won't forget.
Russell Martin, so we're going to foul back. Mets are leading the Dodgers 4-2. That game is in the 8th inning. Out of play. Spoiler alert on the Sharks. Sharks lost. Oh, 2. Down low from Strickland, 1-2.
Russell Martin's story, it was a good one. He's a 10-year veteran. That's a lot of time in the squad. But he's from around Montreal. It was a big deal last year when he went to Toronto as a free agent.
Yeah. Got him. We'll finish that story in a minute. Let's go to Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, Joe Panic doing a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar impersonation like no other the other night with his sky-hook defense and his teammates, guys. They loved it. Matt Duffy saying best play he's ever seen. Brandon Belt saying, I'm so glad we got the review call. I had to see it on SportsCenter. And Matt Cain, favorite play right behind the catch of Gregor Blanco to preserve his perfect game. It was really fun to watch, Dwayne.
It was awesome. And replay has been unbelievable. We love the replay.
10% of the time we are on board. Yeah, work a few kinks out still. Yeah, working at it.
I half expect you and I to get a call this winter to fly to New York and help them work out the kinks.
Yeah, absolutely. More than willing.
Ryan Goins, no balls and 2 strikes. And that's high and out of play.
Got a man there making a play. I'll tell you one thing we've seen tonight with Hunter Strickland, and it really was something that he had to do. Command his off-speed stuff. Get those curveballs over, get those change-ups over, or those splits over, I'd rather. Just to get some of these hitters off the fastball. That's one of his keys. I mean, he's got a great fastball, and he thinks fastball. I mean, he is as mentally charged up out there. I mean, he wants to blow you away with that fastball, but you know, there's good hitters up here. They can hit good fastballs.
Absolutely.
His key is start getting that curveball over, or that slider, and the split, and he's done it tonight.
Pulled on the ground to Belt. Belt now will shovel it to Hunter Strickland. 2 outs, and now we're going to get a pinch hitter. So Andy Burns is going to hit. So this will be a debut for Andy Burns. And the first pitch is down low.
So Andy Burns, who came up through the Blue Jays organization, he was an 11th round pick in 2011. Prior to this season, he was a lifetime 272 hitter. He's got a little pop in his bat. Had a 15 home run year in 2014. At the University of Arizona.
And a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Out of play, 1 and 2.
So Andy Burns, Hunter Strickland, forever joined at the hip. It's a question you'll get asked the rest of your life. Who was your first big league hit against, or first big league at bat against? And you'll have a story about your first big league at bat, regardless of what you do.
Vern Rule.
He was your first?
Yep. 1 pitch double play. Gaylord said, nice job. You started out your career 0 for 2. And I believed him. I thought the rules were different.
1 at bat, ground into a double play, and it's an 0 for 2.
0 for 2, yeah, way to go. So you're going to get hit the next time up. You're going to be 1 for 3. 2 and 2. And he got him, and that'll end the inning. So the Giants, Duffy, Belt, and Pence, 3-1 Blue Jays.
with Today in the Bay. See news that's happening right now in weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Watch Today in the Bay weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. on NBC Bay Area, Channel 11, Cable 3, and 703.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Gavin Floyd, the new pitcher now for the Toronto Blue Jays. 12th time he's come into a ball game. 15 strikeouts in 13 in the third, just 10 base runners allowed. He's been very good. In his 10th year at the big league level, he's 33 years old. Big guy, 6'4", 250. He throws pretty hard. You'll see low to mid-90s with the fastball, more lows than mids. He will sink and cut it. He's got a curveball, slider, changeup. Floyd, for the longest time, was a starter in the big leagues. Came up with Philadelphia in 2004. And he got to the White Sox in 2007, and they put him in the rotation. And he had some big years for him. Also been with Atlanta, Diamondbacks, and last year with Cleveland. And here he is in a Blue Jay unit.
Duffy with a good rip. It's 1-2.
Blue Jays bullpen, they have blown 6 saves. They've lost 10, and that ranks them #1 in not good.
Foul over Billy Hayes. Heads up.
And really, I mean, it's one of the reasons that you can explain their record coming into this game, 16-17. Their starting pitching has been great. Their bullpen has been iffy at best.
Duffy is out.
Little slider, did he go? Oh yeah, he go. As they would say on the south side of Chicago.
How about that? Hawk. Well, yeah, Hawks are an original, right?
Hawk Harrelson, the broadcaster with the White Sox? Oh, yeah.
He got. Just decided not to do home games this year.
No.
I think so. Yeah.
That's an original. Really?
That's what I was to understand at the beginning of the season. Now that they're really playing well, he might have changed all that. Nope. It's 3-0. What's new to Belt with Pence on deck?
If I had to broadcast a half a year in the big leagues and not do one home game in this ballpark, that would make me very sad.
Oh, are you kidding? If it wasn't our contract year, I'd say we'd do them for nothing.
Yeah. We have to negotiate this year, don't we?
God, this place stinks.
Yeah.
We gonna come here every day? Belt's thinking, well, that wasn't called a strike earlier in the at-bat.
Exactly what he's thinking. And that pitch is worse than the one that wasn't a call to strike in the 2-0 count. And it does rattle your cage as a hitter because you're thinking you know what the strike zone is, and now all of a sudden you're not sure. And that means you have to expand.
This is hit into center field, but Pilar is there. 2 outs.
Hey, Matt Williams is here. So is JT Snow.
So here's Pence. So Floyd comes back after falling behind to Belt.
Actually had a chance to visit with JT today. Came up to the booth.
Yeah, it's good to see him. Looks good. Tap to short for Tulowitzki, and that'll end the inning. Ninth inning coming up. Giants trying to keep it at a 2-run deficit.
Now for our player of the game is brought to you by Honda. We think that the young right-hander for the Blue Jays tonight, Aaron Sanchez, is deserving of that distinction. He was outstanding tonight. 7 strong, just 3 hits allowed. He struck out 5 and allowed 1 run. He is our player of the game, brought to you by Honda.
Pilar at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. And he takes a strike when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Corey Guerin in for his 15th appearance of the year, having a good season. 14 base runners and 13 2/3. That's fantastic.
This is pulled on the ground, foul.
Oh, the old left-hander.
He who has the biggest and longest glove gets the ball.
Yeah, that's a match made in heaven right there. Aren't they? Yeah, this is their anniversary, right?
Yeah.
How great is that?
Hit out into right center field, but there waiting is Hunter Pence. And here's Donaldson.
Warming up, Roberto Osuna, the closer.
Donaldson is 0 for 3 with a walk. 0-1. Batista on deck.
Big frisbee, hard slider. Well, there you go. There's our souvenir.
Good stuff.
See, last year was a wedding ring. Now it's a hard ball.
Oh, 2. Oh. Aaron let that one go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Donaldson waiting patiently. Outside, good pitch, 2-2.
Outstanding 1-2 pitch. And then that looked like it was going to be a strike for the longest time. And it is a pretty good take right there from Donaldson.
Three and two. And Donaldson is going to pick up a base hit on a 3-2 pitch. So that's his first hit of the game. And that'll bring up Batista. Batista has been on base 3 times. He walked in the 3rd, and then Encarnacion followed that with a home run. And that's the difference in this game right now. And a call strike. Donaldson had thoughts of going. He's got 2 steals on the year. Playing a foul back. He takes a rip, doesn't he?
He does. He does not get cheated. I mean, you can see why he's closing in on 300 lifetime home runs. And if you think he's going to take a little swing out on a 2-strike, think again.
And on the ground slowly to the 3rd. It's a fair ball. Duffy's going to throw and get Batista out. I don't know what Batista's yelling at. I guess he thought it was a foul ball.
He thought it was a foul ball. Take a look. Yeah, that's a fair ball.
Yeah. Donaldson goes to 2nd on the play.
And Lino, the 3rd base umpire, going, I saw it the whole way. I'm standing right here. Luis Rivera, the 3rd base coach for the Blue Jays, chewing on him a little bit. Can't chew too hard.
Here's Encarnacion. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Walked in the 1st, homered in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, and then singled in the 7th. On the ground to Crawford. Crawford gets a tricky hop, and that will end the inning. So the Giants will go to the bottom of the 9th. They need 2 to tie and 3 to go home. Crawford will lead things off. Giants postgame live right here on CSN Bay Area. You get coverage of the Blazers and Warriors game, reaction to the Curry MVP news, Sharks Predators highlights, all of that coming up. Roberto Osuna is on to pitch. When it's time for a change, things speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Roberto Osuna, who has inherited the closer's role, coming in for his 15th appearance. Drew Storen had been the closer, but he hit on hard times, and Osuna is taking over the helm, and he is 6 for 7 in save attempts.
Yeah, he's got good stuff.
You're going to see a mid to high 90s fastball that's got that he can sink and cut. He's got a slider and a changeup.
The Giants can get a hitter on. Remember, Buster Posey would have a chance to hit. Crawford is 0 for 3. And he takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Justin Smoke is now at first, and Cabrera is in left. Crawford trying to reach. And a strike. Buster with a helmet on and ready to go. Crawford takes high. This is a spot where a walk is as good as a hit unless it goes over the fence. Crawford skies it into center field. Pilar backpedaling, stumbles, and he can't get it. And it bounces over the wall for a ground rule double.
That you cannot explain.
My goodness.
Other than to say it's just a ballpark that he did not read well. This is one of the better defensive center fielders in the American League, and he just gets completely turned around. So there's the base runner that Bruce Bochy was looking for. And folks, this is just a gift.
So here's Gregor Blanco.
So a brand new game has been invented here. So close.
And a strike to Blanco. Blanco tried to change places with Crawford. And it's low.
To mention, he's got a slider and a changeup to go with the fastball. You're going to see more changeups thrown to lefties, more sliders to the right-handers.
Not an overshift, but Tulowitzki playing Blanco to pull. And it's low. Giants trying to come back here in the 9th in front of the sellout crowd of over 41,000. Definitely conflicted. Into left field, and Carrera's there to make the catch. Blanco gone, 1 out. He's 0 for 4, and here's Brown. Two hits tonight for Trevor Brown, a couple of singles, both off of Aaron Sanchez.
Buster Posey chalking up.
0-1.
97, just introduce himself.
Out of play down the right field line, so it's now 0-2.
You can see what Osuna's thinking. I threw a fastball right by this guy. I can do it again, and he came right back with 96. Again up. I mean, that's fearless with a fastball because that's the elevation, that's the location that's going to elevate on contact. And Brown's got power.
Got him.
That's one he's going to think about the rest of the night.
So here's Buster.
Goes inside, two-seam fastball, and just nails the inside location, framed beautifully by Russell Martin.
Buster Posey at 288, 4 home runs, 11 driven in. And you can see what Buster's trying to do. Both cheeks into that foul straight back.
No, you're right. I mean, he sat there and watched Trevor Brown get a fastball, and he said, well, you know, I'm going to look for the same thing. If he's feeling froggy with 97, I'm going to sit on it. And there's the challenge. And he just missed it.
A bit high to even the count. Ozuna at the belt. 2-1.
So Osuna's thinking he had two pitches that could have been a called strike, and he didn't get either one of them. And not only does he get to a 2-1 count, but now Posey's seen the breaking ball. He thought he had a strike there.
Posey steps out. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Span would hit if Buster Posey extends the inning. On the ground to third, Donaldson spears it. His throw is in time, and that's the ball game. So game one of the series goes to the Toronto Blue Jays, and it was behind some solid pitching by Aaron Sanchez, and everything that we were told about Sanchez was true.
Well, just really pure natural stuff. And you know, for Sanchez, I think the thing that's most impressive about his outing is that he 80% of the time came at you with fastballs. I mean, so from a perspective of coming off the Giants bench, taking it at bat, you're looking for the pitch, you're getting it, and you're not able to do much with it. That's what's impressive about the outing. Game one goes to the Blue Jays. Final score, it's the Blue Jays 3 and the Giants 1. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews, and the wrap starts right now.